Hello and welcome to Freshers Now channel that helps you in correcting the errors that commonly made with many people with the usage of the adjectives in English, and also very much useful to those who give their competitive exams. Now let's try in the form of the sentences and their use in the sentences. She felt badly as she did not get selected for a job. Now here you can understand that there is badly as an adverb. So here the verb is felt, which is said to be a state. It is not an action word. It is not that a physical action, a word which speaks with, but it is a state. It's a condition so it requires an adjective. So we should say that she felt bad as she did not get selected for the job. Now let's see the next one. This is a word seeing, sight after traveling for 3 hours. Now here you can see a compound adjective. That is word seeing. And that should be qualifying a noun there. So sight here being noun, so it should be placed before the compound adjective and say that this is a sight, word seeing, after traveling for 3 hours. Now let's see another one. It is a most absolute knowledge that Marvel comics are better than DC comics. Here what you should understand is the terms like absolute or unique or say perfect or ideal. So the words are never to take any sort of an adjective anymore. So you should not say that it is a most. You can say it is an absolute knowledge that Marvel comics are better than DC comics. So next one. Do the marigolds in your garden smell more sweeter than in ours? Now here you can see double adjective used in making a degree of comparison in a comparative form. So you can see here, more sweeter. So once you're added adjective with ER, you don't have to use more. And it is a commonly found mistake with many using. Yes, it is more better. Why should you say more with a better? You should say more with something or only better. In the same way here, you should say that do the marigolds in your garden smell sweeter than in ours? Now let's see the other one. The weather is getting as hotter day by day. Now you should understand that here an adjective is with a wrong way of usage, with as in a positive and the other one immediately with ER. But here it is what to speak about the day-to-day condition there, that the weather is getting hot day by day. That is the way you should use an adjective. Now let's see the next one. There were less than 50 students present in the class. Here we should have a check on the noun, which is countable or uncountable. Here the students are countable, that is a countable number. So we should be careful with the use of an adjective there, whether it is less or any other. Less is of course used for accountable and uncountable, but here being it in the number, you can see here that we should use fewer than. That is what we say. When you use that than with, we say fewer with in the case of the referring countable nouns. So there were fewer than 50 students present in the class. Now let's see the next one. Few remarks that he made were offensive. Now here that he made, it's very clear. The remarks, and supported by the plural form of it here, made were offensive. But here you should check an adjective used there, few. Here adjectives, how they're used with few, a few, the few. And we should also have an idea how to use them. Few is almost negative. It is of almost nothing. So here you should say that a few. That is a number that you can see that a few of them are the remarks made which were offensive. So you should use that article before few. Now see the next one. Even the most perfect person in the world is said to have erred. Now you can just now I had told you that the words like, the adjectives like perfect, unique, or something like, the use of the words should not take an other adjective which speaks the degree of it. So here even, it's a very common mistake with many people. They use that he's a most perfect person. No need of that. So perfect, it's a whole something. So you don't have to take that extra adjective there saying most. So you use that. Even the perfect person in the world is said to have erred, might have committed a mistake. Now let's see this. Neither she is intelligent nor hardworking. Now here we should understand the position of the words given there. Now what is that qualifying there? Where is that adjective being qualified with these help of conjunctions like neither nor? Now where is that place? She is what? It has to qualify the neither with an adjective intelligent. So it should be used in this way, saying she is neither intelligent nor hardworking. This is how where the adjectives are taken for, with the help of the conjunctions used there, correlative. Okay, let's see the next one. It is the most unique book. Now here again we came across, earlier we have come across with absolute and perfect. And as I told with certain words, we should not use the additional adjectives there, saying that which are with the degrees, which speaks about the intensity there. There is no need of the use of it. So it is the unique book, that's all. So there is no need of the use of that superlative using most. So here we need to be careful with, like the words as I said, with unique or maybe ideal. Is an ideal person, is a most ideal. No, it's not most ideal. It's an ideal person, that's it. So now let's see the next one. He is more wiser than she. Here also we have come across double adjectives and making a comparison in a comparative form, degrees. So he is, more is an extra word used there, extra adjective. So we should use only either of them, saying that here he is more wise than, but here it is possible to be added with er, the adjective. So we don't have to use more there. So we say he is wiser than she. Now let's see the next one. Keats and Byron are romantic poets, but I prefer the later. Now you can understand the adjective here very clearly, L-A-T-E-R. This later refers, this adjective refers period, but here we should use the adjective latter, L-A-T-T-E-R, which speaks of the order, that is the second, the next. Now here it is, Keats and Byron. So what is that preferred? the preferred is Byron's. Byron's poets. That means poetry. So here we should be careful with the use of certain adjectives with their spellings, not to get confused. Now let's see the next one. Veena wanted to become a surgeon and working very hardly to achieve this. Now you can see that there. It's working very hardly to achieve this. Now here the same kind of a sentence we have come across earlier. That is, here it is a hardly an adverb. And what we need to use here is an adjective, that is hard, working hard. So we say that Veena wanted to become a surgeon and working very hard to achieve this. Now let's see the next one. My observation is that between John and Ben, John is the most intelligent. You can see here, the most intelligent. But here you should be very careful with the number of people there when you make a comparison. You can use superlative when the comparison is with more than two. But if it is only between any two, then we could only use either positive or comparative. So here you are making a comparison, and it is said to be that with a comparative degree you can use it. So you say that my observation is that between John and Ben, and John is more intelligent, not the most. Because it is a comparison between John and Ben. So if the comparison is between only two there, you need to be careful with. And if it is more than two, only we can use a superlative. Now let's see the last sentence of this. I am much glad that you have won the prize. Here much is a determiner. Of course it is a pronoun. And of course it as well plays a role of an adverb. And here it is that we should be careful what is to be used. When glad is to be emphasized, we use very. When emphasizing anything, or something or someone of their out of their expressions, we should use very. That is what we say here. I'm very glad that you have won the prize. So you might have come to know that how the errors are to be spotted in the use of the adjectives in any given sentence. And if you have any queries with related to this lesson, please don't forget to mention in the comment box below. And please subscribe to this channel so that I could come up with a number of useful videos for you. Thank you.